Hey, it's Kary Oberbrunner. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Hey, listen, we are going to jump right in right now with the all about protecting your ideas. So, listen, if you have not seen, AI is now training on all of your ideas. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about that. Basically, I was at CoachCon, and CoachCon was in Florida, and I presented on stage. I'm going to share with you a little bit about that PowerPoint presentation. So listen up. This is going to be a ton of value for you. Let's jump right in and let's get you all connected to the PowerPoint. So hopefully you can see it. These are now the new AI recording devices. So it's interesting. I had people stand up in my talk. I said, no shame, but if you are recording the talk right now, just raise your hand. You're not in trouble. And 3 people raised their hand. This is normal. This is coming. And so right now, if you look here, you're going to see glasses and note cards and pins and pendants and rings and necklaces and earbuds and smartwatches. In other words, everybody is now recording your ideas the moment you speak them. And so for a long time, I've said, listen, what if we had idea protection at the speed of thought? And you might say, Kary, what in the world? Why are you so passionate about this? I'll tell you that in a moment. But here's another slide of other devices as well. And so the question isn't whether AI can record your ideas. The question is whether you're protecting them. So over the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to see people totally step up the recording devices. Someday we may even have a chip, a BCI, brain computer interface. Listen, you can't keep up with tech, but what you can do is protect your ideas the moment you think about them. I was so proud of my buddy Christopher Johnson, who spoke at CoachCon as well. And at the bottom of his handout, he basically said, look, I don't want you training on my materials. Chris gets it. Taylor Swift gets it. Matthew McConaughey gets it. In other words, people are saying now more than ever, look, I'm going to just understand and assume that AI is training on my content. And what that does is it basically creates this house around your content with a fence and a lock and a guard dog inside. Otherwise, you're kind of like these people who basically say, look, I don't have a lock. I don't have a fence. Everybody's just coming in. And here's the problem. They can come in, take your ideas, kick you out of your own content, and lock you out. And that is not cool as a creator. And again, some of you might be like, listen, why? Are you just pumping it? Are you just pumping instant IP? I'll tell you why. Because I wrote a bunch of books. And guess what? Meta stole those books. Meta stole 5 of my books with their AI and trained on it. In fact, right now I'm in the lawsuit with Anthropic. Anthropic stole 3 of my books. Okay. And what you might say, Kary, haven't we always just been inspired by other people's writing? Sure, we have. And we've quoted people with their permission. We've never reached a position in history where people could just steal people's content and without their permission and be valued at $1 trillion. Did you catch that? Anthropic is valued at $1 trillion because it stole 500,000 books. And some of my books were part of that process. That's why I care about this. That's not just books, though. Now they're stealing music and even TEDx talks. You might say, seriously? Absolutely. Here's my TEDx talk with 1 million views. And guess what? Some of you may have heard this story already. Here's a gentleman who basically took word for word my TEDx talk without knowing. So I'm not even saying he was at fault, but here's what he said. He said, I went to AI and I asked for all kinds of, content, and it spit out your TEDx talk, but I didn't know it. And so, folks, this is happening now. The moment you put anything on YouTube, the moment, like even this video right now, the moment you put anything out on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, you speak it, even if you speak it in a private room, I tell people all the time, your ideas are either protected or they're training somebody else's AI. And so I'm not trying to create fear. I'm just saying, look, might as well, the moment you think it, put it on instant IP. We give people a free smart contract. In fact, I'm going to demo this right now on how to do this for free, because we're either going to live in a world like this where everyone's stealing everybody's stuff and then people just stop creating, or we're going to live in a world where we respect each other's IP. You might say, Kary, you created this slide with AI. Heck yeah, I did. I'm not against AI. I tell people, look, we're not anti-AI. We are pro-creator. And we believe that every creator deserves attribution, protection, and compensation for their IP. So you might say, how are we going to do this, Kary? Right now, you can scan this. You can get a free credit. Try it out. It's free. Okay. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Name it, chain it, claim it. Name it, chain it, claim it. So when you scan that QR code or go to instantip.app, we don't put it in the App Store. Why? Because we don't want anyone or anything getting between you and your IP. But when you scan that, you get to this screen and you just click the button, protect my idea. And then what you do is you basically put in your email, put in a password, your name, and you accept the terms and conditions. The terms and conditions say this, that if you upload a Disney princess, it's on you and Disney. You're going to fight it out, not us. Okay. So if you protect anything on Instant IP, you are claiming that you own it. If not, again, we're not defending you in court. But here's what is cool. When you protect something on Instant IP, we have, if you go to instantip.today/court, you're going to find all kinds of court cases. You're going to find all kinds of data. In fact, I even spoke to the United States Patent and Trademark Office with this, and they presented it to Congress. Here's why. They can't keep up anymore with traditional IP protection. Guess how many patents they're backlogged? Ready for this? 800,000 patents are sitting at the United States Patent and Trademark Office because they can't keep up with human creativity, especially with AI now helping people. And so we need a faster, easier, cheaper way. And once you do this, then what you're going to do is you're going to basically choose a token name that can never change. Name it after yourself or your business, and then choose a profile picture. And I don't have hair, so I don't need to worry about it. But yes, you can change your profile picture later on if you need to. And then I'm going to demo this for you. I created a short video because I just wanted it to go fast. And I'm going to show you how easy this is. Ready for this? How do you chain it? Well, here's what you do. I'm going to press play. You watch it. Here's me clicking a button. I say, I'm going to protect this photo. I'm protecting the photo. I name it. So you got to name it something unique. I name this the 18 streams of income. And then you have to describe it. I would describe it. Who created it? You created it, right? You're a creator. And so basically created by you, and say what the benefit is. This helps authors, right? It helps authors to what? Turn their books into a business, right? And then you're going to hit protect, and we already loaded you one with a free credit. You hit submit, it's verifying it, it's turning it into a smart contract, it's protecting it on Ethereum layer 2, which is called Polygon, and now it's protected. And once it's protected, here's what's really cool. You now have a built-in cease and desist letter. Check this out. Here it is. You have a built-in cease and desist letter. You can transfer it. It literally is an asset now. We add a superscript IP that's protected in 38 countries. It's much stronger than a TM. A TM means nothing. A TM is an unregistered trademark. And here it is. You can see it right now on, there's my token tracker, and there's the time-stamped date, which lasts forever. This is not some subscription. This is forever, okay? So let's answer a couple quick questions, and you might have some questions. People say, why should I not use a TM? Here's what the problem is with the TM. You ready for this? A TM is an unregistered trademark. What that means is nothing, okay? Anybody, I'm going to throw some people under the bus here, not on purpose. When I was at this conference this week, I walked by people's booth and they had a TM. And so here's what I did. I didn't confront them. Listen, it's up to them. But I quickly said, I asked them a question. Hey, is that important? They said, absolutely, that's important. That's our business name. And I said, oh, you put a TM on it, right? So what I did then privately is I took that name and I put it in the USPTO, and someone else had filed a registered trademark. They thought they were covered because they had a TM, and literally somebody else filed a registered trademark on that. So that now they're infringing. So think about that. And I know this for a fact. Rebranding is around $20,000. If you think you're protected, but somebody else filed a registered trademark, you're now infringing upon them. The other thing is you're telling all your competitors what you think is important, even though you did nothing. Remember that image of a lock that I showed you? It's like you think there's a lock on your house, but really there's nothing. And you're telling everyone, hey, come to my house, steal from me because I think this is important. What's awesome, sure, file a registered trademark. That costs a lot of money. Instead, what you can do is you can put it on Instant IP. And that, my friends, we give you free credit. The cool thing about that is now you can add a superscript IP. And that tells the world it's like a certification mark. It's like Idaho potatoes. Nobody can use Idaho potatoes except the people who certify Idaho potatoes. Nobody can ever use your statement, your term, your graph, your chart, your framework. Once you add the superscript IP, it says that this is protected with blockchain technology. Again, we file that in 38 countries around the world. Listen, I'm passionate about this, obviously. I love to help people feel confident. I'll show you a quick reason why I'm so passionate about this. It's because I know that we are at a tipping point in society, in humanity. Here's what I mean by that. A lot of people, I work with young people at the university. A lot of people think, you know what, AI is just going to steal. AI is just going to take from me. I'm just going to be a consumer. When we go to just being consumers in the world, we lose who God made us to be. God made us to be co-creators. He said, go and have dominion over the earth. We're meant to be co-creators. The word abracadabra, guess what it means? I create as I speak. Did you catch that? Abracadabra literally means I create as I speak. We need a technology that protects as we imagine. We say that Instant IP is idea protection at the speed of thought. I'll close with this. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. But really quick, I'll close with this. This is a flywheel. We call this the Instant IP flywheel. I'm going to try to find it super quick. And here's, yep, here it is. Listen, folks, the moment you have an idea, all right, it could be a course, it could be a podcast, it could be a product, a service. Most people go from publish to promote to profit. Okay, they have clarity, then they try to get credibility and capital. They're missing this, protect. If they go with protect, now they have confidence. Again, learn from me. Why? Because I did it wrong. Watch this. I used to name my company something called Easy IP. There's me, right? There's me interviewing this guy. I used to call it Easy IP. Why? Because the government said, hey, you filed your trademark right here. We're going to give it to you, but guess what? There's a 30-day oppositional period. And guess what? A company, a multi-billion-dollar company came up and said, you know what? We were there first. First is key. And we're going to sue you or take you to court, or you have to pay royalties for the rest of your life. It took me $20,000 to rebrand to Instant IP. I turned it into a win. I said, look, here we rebranded because we're now going global. I turned it into a win, but I paid a very big price because I didn't take my IP seriously and I didn't go through all the right steps. So that's why I'm passionate about this. I want you to feel confident as you go to the marketplace that you are protected. Instant IP is our solution that now helps you protect yourself from AI. All right, AI training on your content. Now you actually have something that protects you. Take care, be a soul on fire. If you have any questions, let me know. Always here to help. Or if you say, Kary, I want you to coach me around this stuff. Listen, we have something called the lab. Lots of people have jumped in the lab. I'll show you a quick link here. It's just go to instantip.today, instantip.today. Come over here and click lab. And the lab gives you 5 credits. And I hop on a coaching call with you in a group setting twice a month. And you get access to the Slack channel where 24/7 you can ask questions. I even throw in there my master level course and even my writing course. So it's a huge value, and it's essentially all free when you get the 5 credits, okay? So take care, everybody. Keep creating, keep protecting, and remember, your ideas are either protected or they're training somebody else's AI model. We'll see you.